NuFarm is a global agribusiness headquartered in Melbourne, Australia, with regional hubs in Europe, Asia, North America, South America and New Zealand. And NuFarm is very proud to celebrate its 100th year centenary within the agricultural sector. From a global perspective, NuFarm are the largest manufacturer of MCPA and Phenoxy chemistry globally by a significant margin. And with their mix of activities and products, this gives NuFarm a unique position within the global ag sector. NuFarm has an annual turnover of 3 billion Australian dollars and employs 3,500 globally.
So we've got 11 sites globally around the world now, and some of those focus on specific chemistry. Wyke is dedicated to MCPA and Phenoxy production, and that means we have a competitive position in the global market. So it is a crucial asset for NuFarm globally.
In the UK business, there are 350 employees, many of those based at the Wyke Phenoxy manufacturing site near Bradford, with over 200 employees involved on site in key manufacturing and support activities, quality control and engineering, and over 100 others dedicated to areas such as product development, registration work and technical roles in support of both the UK and global business.
We manufacture a full range of Phenoxy herbicides and we'll produce about 22,000 tonnes of those actives every year. We're also really focused on remaining globally cost competitive, delivering the highest quality products at the best possible price. And to do that, we've invested in a very significant amount of vertical integration. So we take in really base commodity materials and we convert those into intermediates which are used in the manufacture of a full suite of Phenoxy herbicides, acetics, propionics and butyrics. One of the key strengths that this site has is that we host a lot of functions. We have GLP capability, we have regulatory capability and we have chemistry capability on the site as well as manufacturing. That allows us to identify opportunities, and that's been one of the key drivers for our increased competitiveness over the years.
We've got a core of 10 chemists and development analysts. Then we've got 3 to 5 people associated more with a plant-based activity, so that's plant process optimization. We also tap into a much wider community within NuFarm, about 30 or so chemists from around the globe. Every manufacturing process goes through a series of stage gates. Each stage gate requires sampling and rigorous testing to confirm that the process is fit to step on. And then the final product itself undergoes a battery of testing to make sure it meets the customer's requirement, but also the regulatory authority's requirement into the country into which that product's to be sold.
Globally, NuFarm has chosen 5 crop segments which are core to the development of the company, and pasture is one of those. So pasture grassland in whichever territory you're talking about is critical to the business development. We also have a portfolio of products in our Phenoxy range which fits into that sector. So it is across NuFarm a very important sector.
We produce 22,000 tonnes of Phenoxy actives. Some of those actives are sold globally in their pure form. So then we need to convert those into a form which can be applied safely and easily to those crops. So we produce water-soluble derivatives, which are salts, or we produce esters, which are oil-soluble derivatives. So we hit all levels of the value chain here. We produce intermediates, which we sell to pharmaceutical and other industries. We produce the AI, which we ship globally for formulation locally. We produce bulk formulations, which we sell to third parties. We also produce consumer formulations, which again we sell in bulk, or we can take down to a finished 1 litre pack. So it's quite a complicated activity that we undertake here.
They're a great technology because they mimic the plant's natural hormone system. As such, resistance to them is harder for the plant to develop. It makes them a great mixing partner. You can use a Phenoxy in your mix to help as a resistance breaker.
As world leaders in Phenoxy production, we're really proud of the products we produce here. After that, they head out to our distributors, our customers. To get the most out of them, we tend to do a series of briefing meetings, also meetings with independent advisors too.
Well, NuFarm has the ambition and belief in really supporting our grower farmers with innovative solutions, also to provide them with a customer experience that is more competitive and a better experience than our competitors.
We've got a diverse set of skills and competencies within our technical team. We're really pushing to understand the envelope in which our products are stable and efficacious, and then pushing beyond that to understand then what challenges some customers may face under difficult circumstance. We're armed with the remedial action already. That's where we get our key advantage through having our R&D associated with product development.
NuFarm have a dedicated regulatory stewardship team working throughout Europe. Some of the key roles in this team is to work and engage with farming groups, water companies and regulatory authorities in order to develop industry-wide solutions and best practice guidelines for farmers as end users. Some examples of this work include highlighting allowable use rates of Phenoxy herbicide applications so that farmers are better aware of how much chemical should be applied. NuFarm also proactively set up farmer meetings and focus groups in order to better understand any issues with product use and actively look to develop new methods of application to better target product use to a specific weed target and therefore minimise overall levels of pesticides used in the field.
The reason we have that is to drive product innovation at the customer level, so that we then have a build-up of what the needs are of our customers, and that drives our R&D spend at a built-up level.
The agrochems market in Europe and the northern US are highly regulated, and there's increasing pressure on application rates. So one of the things that NuFarm is very keen to do is to develop innovative formulations which allow us to deliver the efficacy but reduce application rates, and in some instances mixture products allow us to do that.
Right from the earliest ideation stage, the concept for a new line of product, R&D get involved in developing prototypes and robustness testing, all the way through then into developing the mechanism to actually manufacture, and then all the way through to extended support. So that's then supporting commercial in terms of providing customers with data and regulatory work as well. We work closely with our regulatory colleagues. We rely on them to inform us what the testing criteria or the demands are in a certain region that we've now got to meet where historically we didn't.
We've got a good portfolio now. We've got a number of new products being developed using the Phenoxy molecules. Kyleo has been a great recent example of using 2,4-D and glyphosate in a sort of optimised formulation mix. Obviously there are regulatory pressures on these molecules. There is a drive to reduce pesticide inputs, but NuFarm as a company are looking at ways of reducing the input, finding ways to optimise the formulations so that they're more effective at lower application rates. That can then lead to a more effective product even at this lower rate.
What we say as a site is the primary driver is to undertake all of our activities and our decisions in the safest possible manner. We strive to achieve zero harm. That means that we strive to hurt no one and not to hurt the environment. We're ISO certified, ISO 9001 and ISO 14001, which is the environmental quality standard. We have regular audits by British Standards Institute, and we use those as an external scrutiny of our internal quality system to drive that improvement on a continuous basis. We won 3 awards last year, one from the Chemical Industries Association, our Skills Award, for the investment in manufacturing excellence and the development of our people, our apprenticeship programs, and the identification of key talent within the organisation and striving to develop leadership capability within that group. We subscribe to a global sustainability strategy, which is a 10-year programme where we are looking at resource efficiencies. We're trying to manage and reduce our water use, our generation of greenhouse gases, and generally look at product stewardship to minimise the impact on the wider environment. But then it's how NuFarm impacts the wider society. So what benefit can NuFarm bring to society in addition to increasing crop yields per planted hectare?
They've been manufacturing Phenoxys here on this site for nearly 70 years. They're a proven technology. Because they've had such a sort of history of investment behind them, we've got a wealth of data looking at their efficacy and the product safety. We're experts in Phenoxys. We manufacture the product. We know the best ways to get the best out of these molecules.
The only way that you can remain globally cost competitive, deliver quality products and continuously improve is to continue that investment. That's investment in people, but it's also investment in infrastructure. Over the last couple of years, we've invested more than £10 million in the site. We have a sustenance spend which is several £1,000,000 a year, but also we've brought in more innovative manufacturing technologies which allow us to reduce the cost of our end-use formulations.
NuFarm's mission, vision and values inform everything we do. Our mission is to grow a better tomorrow. Our vision is to be a world leader in innovative crop production and seed technology solutions.